Have you ever wondered why, deep divers, we gravitate towards certain people and we're repelled by other people? Well, we're going to talk about it, deep divers. 9 things almost no one does that will attract people to you. I said 9 things, deep divers, almost no one does that will attract people to you. Look, this information I'm going to share with you is not only going to blow your mind blown, it's going to inspire you at the same time. Look, hit that like button if you support the real. Become your greatest version. Once again, hit that like button if you support the real, because we got a whole lot to talk about. Peace. Infinite waters diving deep once again. I woke up like this, deep divers, all magical and fly, just whoa, breathing in that good ass prana, baby. Raising the frequency. I feel so much better now. Raising the vibration. I feel so much better now. Sending you a wave of good ass energy, deep divers. Hadouken, the cat down the road, said, you feel so much better now. That's good. Look, let me say a big shout out to everybody out there who's joined the new Ralph Smart Patreon page for all new exclusive content that's going to help you become your greatest version. Patreon.com/Ralph Smart Deep Divers. Click the link down below and be inspired. And look, deep divers, some good news. We finally made it. Feel Alive 2, Unlock Your Infinite Power by Ralph Smart. The new book is now available, okay, on ebook, EPUB, and Kindle. 10 years in the making, 500 pages. It's coming soon to paperback on Amazon and hardback. But in the meantime, go and get yourself an early copy at ralphsmart.com/the book. Click the link down below, deep divers, and become your greatest version. Now, let's talk about 9 things almost no one does that will attract people to you. This is Psychology 101. And many times people ask themselves, how come I'm drawn to someone? Ever ask yourself that question, deep divers? How come I always want to be around this kind of person? And how come I don't want to be around that kind of person? There's a psychology to it, deep divers. So we're going to talk about it, okay? 9 things almost no one does that will attract people to you. First and foremost, if you are watching this video, this is your confirmation. You're about to be celebrating something major soon. If you're ready for that, do a little samba, baby, and just say thank you. Okay, so deep divers, I studied psychology in university. I've always been fascinated with psychology, and also I've been fascinated with wondering why we gravitate towards certain people and we're repelled by other people. Okay, so this video, we're going to take a deep dive into this and take a look at the 9 things no one does, 9 things almost no one does that will attract people to you. If you're someone who's like, hey, Ralph, I want people to be attracted to me, maybe in work or business, I want to have better people around me, this video is for you. It's going to blow your mind. And we ain't even had breakfast yet. Can I get a hello there? So deep divers, let's talk about it. Let's talk about 9 things almost no one does that will attract people to you. Look, you got to remind yourself, deep divers. Let's start with number 1, okay? So here, this silhouette photograph, right? Silhouette photograph, a man and a woman talking. Now, this is very important because it's don't interrupt me. That's it. Deep divers, when you remind yourself not interrupting someone, letting someone speak is a sign of confidence, security, composure. But a lot of people don't do that. They want to get their word in. They want to speak. They want to interrupt. So that's the first thing almost no one does that will attract people to you. We're drawn to people who are good listeners. We're drawn to people who are attentive. We're drawn to people who give us space. Ever been around someone, deep divers, who's always yapping and yapping and yapping away? They don't even let you get a word in. That is not fun. And they're talking your ear off right now. You've had enough. When you see that person again, you're running to the nearest exit. What happens when we're around someone who doesn't interrupt? What happens when we're around someone who gives us space to express ourselves? It's the most attractive thing ever in the universe. So, deep divers, that's the first thing almost no one does that will attract people to you. Don't interrupt. Listen. There's a reason why you have 2 ears and a mouth for a reason. 2 ears, 1 mouth. Slow motion this side. I think the universe wants us to listen more. Yes, deep divers. Let's talk about it. 9 things almost no one does that will attract people to you. What's number 2? Speaking your truth, even if your voice shakes. Having the courage to speak your truth. Deep divers, this will attract people to you. How do I know? Because people were attracted to me, and they're attracted to me because I'm always speaking my truth. I'm not sugarcoating anything. Nothing, nada. No. I've got to live my truth, deep divers. I've got to express myself. No, I won't sugarcoat it. No, I won't hold my tongue. No, it's coming all out, deep divers. So when you remind yourself, we're attracted to people who stand for something. If you don't stand for something, you're going to fall for everything. Shout out to all the people who are standing up for something today. Shout out to all the people who have the courage to speak their truth, even if it's unpopular. And I had to do this. Back in the COVID days, I was saying, hey, get free, be free. Had videos deleted, all of that, but I had to speak my truth. And people felt the realness. Infinite Waters was dropping the jewels and gems. Yes. So remind yourself, this will attract people to you if you have the confidence and the courage to speak your truth, even though it's scary. Because it's scary, deep divers. Sometimes, you have to say your truth, not everyone is going to be able to handle it, but you got to do it. You have to do it. And this will attract people to you because they'll say, actually, she's a real one. Actually, he's a real one. Actually, the cat down the road's a real one. Deep divers, 9 things almost no one does that will attract people to you. What's number 3? Be vulnerable. Be vulnerable. Ladies, fellas, you don't always have to be this glass figure. You can be vulnerable. You can remind yourself that there is power in vulnerability. We're attracted to people who are actually vulnerable, who actually say, I'm not this perfect being. I'm flawed. I'm the work in progress and the masterpiece at the same time. Ralph Smart is not perfect. That's too boring. Ralph Smart is real. Ralph Smart is flawed. This will make you more attractive to people. Don't think that you have to be this perfect person to everybody. Let people know your fears, your insecurities. Let people know what happened to you at 5 years old. Let people know that actually sometimes you wake up looking a little bit shaky, baby, and that's okay. We are drawn to people who are vulnerable. We're drawn to people who are real, who have no filter, who are unedited, who live a life where they are laying it out on the table. laying it bare on the table. We're attracted to these kinds of people because it shows that they are incredibly strong. There are so many people who are hiding, pretending, suppressing. But when you have this vulnerability to say, you know what? This is me. This is the naked truth. Oh, people are going to be attracted to you, deep divers. People are going to be attracted to you. 9 things almost no one does that will attract people to you. What's number 4, deep divers? Humble confidence. Have humble confidence, okay? Even though you know you're the godfather, just be cool about it. So this is Rodney Mullen. I grew up skateboarding, deep diver, since 13, even younger than that, probably 11. I was doing kick flips, ollies, all of that stuff. And, you know, I still skate till this day, right? And one of the people who really inspired me was Rodney Mullen, because he's really the godfather of modern skateboarding. He invented pretty much every trick in skateboarding. 31 tricks is credited with inventing. But when I listen to Rodney Mullen, he doesn't come across arrogant, like an arrogant person. He comes across as a very humble person. And I'm like, Rodney, do you know that you invented all of the tricks in skateboarding? Right? And it dawned on me that actually this is why we're attracted to these kinds of people. Because I grew up skateboarding with someone who was like the best, but he never said it. And I was drawn to him like, oh my gosh, you're amazing. And he's just so humble about it. So there are people who have this humility. Even though they are the godfather, they're amazing at what they do, we're drawn to someone like that. Deep divers, it's what almost no one does that will attract people to you. If you have humble confidence, they once asked Bruce Lee, are you good at martial arts? He said, if I tell you I'm good, you'll say I'm boasting. If I tell you I'm no good, you know I'm lying. Slow motion this side. So people are attracted to people who have humble confidence. They are amazing at what they do, but they don't brag about it, right? 9 things almost no one does that will attract people to you. What's number 5, deep divers? Look. Be there with someone. Be there. When you're interacting with someone, be still and be there. Because we're attracted to people who are there in the present moment with us, who are listening to what we're saying, who are there with all of their senses, having this interactive, immersive experience with us. Ever been around someone, deep divers, who's always like drifting away? They're never there. And we're like, actually, well, I don't want to be around that person anymore. But when there's someone who is there with us, they're there, right there, deep divers. We are attracted to this. We are attracted to this kind of person. So that's a psychology. Be there with people, genuinely in the present moment with them. Okay? 9 things almost no one does that will attract people to you. What's number 6? Deep divers, I woke up like this with a neck full of turquoise. Exhibit an unusual aspect of your appearance. You see, this woman is wearing some beautiful turquoise, and that's her style, and you're always going to remember her because that's her unique style in her appearance. You see, we're attracted to people who are a bit different, who are not following the crowd or doing what everyone else is doing, but they have their own unique style and they have their own unique personality which matches their style. So it's always amazing to take a look at yourself in the mirror. Take a look at yourself in the mirror and say, okay, what can I start to implement in my life that can help me express who I truly am, right? And we're attracted to these kinds of people who take care of themselves, and what they wear, the ornaments they wear, the jewelry they wear, or the clothing they wear is really a part of their personality, okay? Deep divers. 9 things almost no one does that will attract people to you. What's number 7? Look, Michael Jordan, master a specific skill. That's number 7. Get good. Get very good. Get really good. Michael Jordan trained every single day in the NBA. That's why many consider him the GOAT, greatest of all times, but his work ethic was crazy. Now, Michael Jordan is playing basketball. He's mastered that skill. Whatever skill you have, deep divers, become a master of it. So for me, it's like sharing with the world. I love doing this. Ralph Smart is consistent. The reason why is because I love it. And when you are doing this day in, day out like me, you are mastering this skill. And people are drawn to that because it shows discipline. It shows commitment. It shows sacrifice. It shows that you're willing to keep on going and you haven't stopped. It's a marathon and you're still going, right? So we're attracted to people who are going to work hard. They're going to work hard. They're the first one in this. They are the first one in the gym. Deep divers, they are the first one in the gym. And they're the last ones to leave. First one in the gym, last one to leave. First one in the gym, last one to leave. People are attracted to these kinds of people because it shows determination, dedication, and willpower. 9 things almost no one does that will attract people to you. What's number 8? Don't be a people pleaser. Do not be a people pleaser. Just be yourself. Be real. Be real. Now, people might say, oh, she's a bit up herself. She's a bit edgy. That's good. People are actually attracted to these kinds of people. People who aren't people pleasers. We love people who are not people pleasers. They're going to tell us what they feel. That's good. So if you can learn to do that, deep divers, you will attract people to you. The right ones. When you don't kiss ass. When you're not a yes man or a yes woman. You see, deep divers, I respect people who tell me the truth, no matter how hard it is. Slow motion this side. Say it again, Ralph. I said, I respect people who tell me the truth, no matter how hard it is. Let's talk about it. 9 things almost no one does that will attract people to you. What's number 9, deep divers? You're bulletproof to their criticisms. You're bulletproof to what they think about you. You're bulletproof to their opinions of you. Oh, yeah. You have cultivated 100% non-resistance to criticism. You're not reacting. What they say doesn't matter. Because you know yourself. This is who we're attracted to. The people who don't care what other people think. I don't care what you think, deep divers, of me. I've been doing this too long. I know who I am. Life is good. So we're attracted to people who laugh at criticism. because they know their own ability. They believe in themselves enough to not allow other people to live rent-free in their minds. So there you have it, deep divers. 9 things almost no one does that will attract people to you. I wrote down this. Nothing is more attractive than your authenticity. Say it again, Ralph. Nothing is more attractive than your authenticity. Slow motion this side. Deep divers, I want all of you right now to hit that like button if you support The Real. Hit that like button right now if you support The Real. Share this video with someone. Subscribe to the channel. Also, make sure you join the new Ralph Smart Patreon page for all new exclusive content that's going to help you become your greatest version. Patreon.com/Ralph Smart. Click the link down below, deep divers, and be inspired. And go and get the new book, Feel Alive 2. Unlock Your Infinite Power by Ralph Smart. The secret recipe to becoming your greatest version. Now available on EPUB and Kindle at ralphsmart.com/thebook. Go and get yourself an early copy. Click the link down below, deep divers. You're going to love it, okay? And of course, make sure you go and get the Good Ass Prana shirts. All new designs for men, women, children, even cats down the road at ralphsmart.com/clothes and spreadshirt.com if you're in America. And if you're a sexy ass model, whoa, with a whole lot of heart, you want to model the clothing? Well, go and buy some. And if you want a one-to-one consultation with me so I can help you become your greatest version, make sure you book it at ralphsmart.com/one-to-one sessions. Deep divers, continue to shine. We're attracted to people who continue to shine. I'm shining. The cat down the road is still shining. And that's why I'm just saying, feels so good to be alive, baby. Can I get a hello there? Deep divers, let's breathe. Whoa, breathing in that good ass prana, baby. So we just talked about 9 things almost no one does that will attract people to you. We spoke about how not interrupting, this is key. Because if you master that art of not interrupting someone, that will attract people to you. Also, speaking your truth, even if your voice shakes, that will attract people to you. Also, being vulnerable, that will attract people to you. Also, being the Godfather, but still having humility will attract people to you. Also, being there with someone, being present with someone will attract people to you. Listening, right? Also, being different in what you wear, how you carry yourself will attract people to you. Also, mastering a specific skill will attract people to you. Also, staying away from people pleasing will attract people to you because we're drawn to the real. And lastly, not caring what other people think will attract people to you because it will give people the confidence to say, you know what? Who cares what they think? So there you have it, deep divers. Peace. Infinite waters diving deep once again. Stay well, stay healthy. Peace. Yo! Once again, deep divers, make sure you hit that like button if you support The Real. Share this video with someone. Subscribe to the channel. Once again, hit that like button right now if you support The Real. And leave a comment down below of gratitude and appreciation. And let me know how this video inspired you. One love, peace.